One Across Live to the MEA briefing underway.
Organizations to consider, and it is precisely for that reason that a high-level inquiry committee has been constituted, and we will obviously be guided by its results. I've seen a series of questions that you've asked on this issue. I don't think there's anything additional that I would like to say on that, and I would hand over the part to FL. And there's also a query on Canada. On the issue of Canada, insofar as Canada is concerned, we have said that they have consistently given space to anti-India extremists and violence, and that is actually the heart of the issue. Our diplomatic representatives in Canada have borne the brunt of this. So we expect the government of Canada to live up to its obligations under the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. We have also seen interference by Canadian diplomats in our internal affairs. We've said this from this podium, and that is obviously unacceptable. So I think that covers the query sir has correctly said about Canada. I will now hand over to sir.
See, the question on whether Honourable Prime Minister will be making any fresh announcements whether with regard to the NDCs or other initiatives. I think it would not be correct really for us to prejudge in any way what the substance of Honourable Prime Minister's interventions, his thought processes at different events would be. But as I said earlier, this is only the third COP that the Honourable Prime Minister is attending. We attach tremendous significance and importance to the outcomes that are scheduled to come from this COP. I listed out some of the key elements of what would be under focus at this COP, and that included a substantial segment of climate finance. As I said, the specific figures is one part, but the point of principle and translating that principles into availability of climate finance, but also climate technology, so that the developing countries can actually move forward, move aggressively.
So with regards to the latest set of allegations that have been leveled by India, the MEA says we are looking into the matter. We will look into all aspects. Now, that's the big question, because US has, remember, accused an Indian official of planning, of directing the alleged plot to assassinate Gurpatwant Singh Pannu on US soil. And this is the US Department of Justice, which in fact filed an indictment in a federal court in the United States, which spoke of the alleged plot, claiming how a $100,000 deal was sealed to kill Pannu, but the execution plot was disrupted by us before it could be executed. That's the United States claim. India now coming out with a first official reaction. Pradeep says we'll look into all aspects. Remember, India has been very, very careful. Even when Canada at first leveled those very serious allegations with regards to the killing of Nijjar, India said we're going to look into it, and ever since has been very clear on how Canada must provide credible information, credible proof to substantiate the kind of claims baseless India says they've made.
Yes, you are absolutely right. There is a clear-cut response from the Ministry of External Affairs that just a few days back also, as Jay Shankar, Minister of External Affairs, also said that Canada should provide proof in this regard, and if once they provide proof, we are ready to investigate. But without providing a credible inputs and proof, how could we expect that somebody to investigate just because on the hearsay? That can't happen. And in this particular case also, after the United States statement has come charging India of trying to kill Gurpatwant Singh Pannu and just hiring a hitman in this regard, India said that one, that they had been, there's a matter of serious concern that they are allowing the separatist elements to hide in their respective countries, and this is against the Geneva Convention, because these elements are threatening and intimidating their diplomats who are operating, they are working. Even the High Commissioner are not safe, because safe in such regions, because many a times we have seen that they had come out with posters, they had also come out with the videos. Just a few days back, Pannu had said that people should not board Air India India flight, because if they are going to board, they are going to meet the similar kind of a fate what really happened with the Kanishka aircraft few years back. So in such a situation, I think instead of targeting India, both these countries, United States of America and Canada, need to look inwards, and they should try to act against such elements. I think America is committing a similar kind of a blunder what they committed in the past, because they were the one who used to float that theory of the good terrorists, bad terrorists. I think they have forgotten what really happened in 9/11, because they were allowing such elements to operate in their area, and finally they had to face the brunt.
Absolutely. Look how elated, Justin Trudeau on the contrary is. Pradeep, while India has assured a high-level probe, and we just heard it from the MEA officials as well, Canada has waded in with the Canadian Prime Minister saying that India should take up the issue seriously. Let's listen in.
The news coming out of the United States on India. From the month of August onwards, we have been working closely with our American counterparts, with partners around the world, on the very serious allegations that we shared in September that we believe India was involved, agents of the government of India were involved in the killing of a Canadian citizen on Canadian soil. The news coming out of the United States further underscores what we've been talking about from the very beginning, which is that India needs to take this seriously. The Indian government needs to work with us to ensure that we're getting to the bottom of this.
So right after the controversy that we've seen brew between the two nations, at least on the diplomatic front, we see this new development coming in, rather a confirmation or a claim being made by the United States of America. We're tracking that closely. A quick break for now. We'll be right back.